What's up, YouTube? And today we're back with reading Reddit stories because she did it last time. This one is called Am I the A-hole for telling my friend that I've accidentally been sleeping with her fiance? Whoo boy, that's a hell of a title, I'm aware. I don't really know how to start this, so I'll just get into it. I'll preface by saying that I am 22 male, very, very gay. I was in high school when I met this friend, and she was the cool older kid the year above me. For all intents and purposes, we will call her Sienna, 23 female. Now, after high school, I went to an out-of-state college while Sienna went to the local university. We kind of lost touch other than the obligatory happy birthday and Merry Christmas text. So you can imagine my surprise when I got a text from my mom a few months ago saying that a wedding invitation from Sienna had gotten delivered to my parents' house. Sure enough, a quick text to the lucky lady confirmed that she was getting married. Her longtime partner, Marcus, 25M, had finally proposed. A summer wedding right in my hometown, right when I and some of our other friends would be back in town from university. I was invited to one of the pre-wedding girls' nights because my life is that of the two-dimensional comic relief gay side character, I guess, and we got wasted. Like the kind of drunk where logic isn't even in the same dimension. So the topic of other people in the hashtag girl squads relationship came up. Like the genius I was, I whipped out my phone to show them the hot guy I've been hooking up with as just a dumb summer fling, who turned out to be Marcus.
Kill me right now, save me from the mortification. Rightfully so, Sienna lost her shit. Fair, no criticism from me. But then she turned on me and started blaming me for ruining her wedding. For clarification, because I'm sure this will come up in the comments, no, the wedding invitation did not have any photos on it. It was the one of those minimalist designs with the over-the-top calligraphy, that's it. Her socials only feature her. I had no way of knowing what he looked like. I don't personally think I was at fault here, but here is where I think I messed up. I very loudly and to the entire club drunkenly said, "It's not my fault your cheating fiance likes getting his back blown out, Sienna." Okay. I feel absolutely awful. I don't want to be the other woman, technically guy, but you get it. And certainly don't want to get hurt a friend like that. I've tried apologizing 1,000 times, but she's not interested in talking to me, which I totally get. When confronted, he confessed to not only hooking up with me, but also 8 different guys over the course of their 4-year relationship. The wedding's been called off. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
I feel like no, he didn't know.
Yeah. And
Yeah, but like after.
Like
He
it
was
only
like,
bad when he
it's
was
not
drunk.
my fault.
Well, he was drunk, so I don't know.
That's a crazy one. Okay, one of the comments said, "Not the asshole, even with a drunk comment, bit over the top, but if I had someone ripping on me, I'd probably go with the same route. Curious if Marcus has a common name. Where do you live? I don't know if anybody with that name, so right, it had me wondering. What are the odds of both of you guys being involved with somebody at the same time?" That made no sense.
That didn't. We can find more. Hold on. Am I the asshole for ruining 3 relationships? I am a married woman who was happily married up until a few days ago. She was quick with it. Recently, my husband started talking about a new girl at work. I thought, fine, I trust him, and he has other female friends. Soon, I noticed the way he talked about her was different. He seemed really giddy, almost like when we were dating. It bothered me a bit, partly because she is 19 and I'm 36, but once again, I trusted him, so I left it alone. Occasionally, when he was texting her, I would ask what they were talking about, and he gave me vague answers. One day, I came home and found him talking on the phone with her. This bothered me. When he got off the phone, I told him how much it bothered me. I asked to see the messages between the two of them. He said that they were private. He mentioned that the two of them had played a game where they guessed... Oh, that scared me. Game where they guessed secrets about each other, and he gave his word not to show it to anyone. I told him I felt this was too intimate of a conversation for friends to be having. He mentioned that she really didn't want her boyfriend to know they were talking. Red flags went off in my mind. I told him he needed to stop talking to her. He refused, saying he didn't want to lose his friends. Eventually, I decided to let the boyfriend know that they were talking and sharing secrets. I figured I would want to know if I were him. He said she had cheated on him multiple times before, and when he asked her about it, she denied everything. After all that, they broke up. She told my husband to stop talking to her, therefore ending their friendship, and my husband and I are in a weird space now. Am I the asshole for ruining 3 relationships? No. No, not the asshole. Your husband and this woman chose to have an emotional, at least, affair. They are the ones who damaged the relationships. You just helped bring the damage to light. I agree with that. Yeah, that is not.
That was a what?
Yeah, you. Am I the asshole for not wanting to have a romantic relationship with a person with an incurable STD? Before we start, what are our thoughts? Before we read.
Not the asshole.
This is debatable. I wouldn't. Yeah.
Like, I would feel bad. Not, like...
This is a guy
No, I
posting.
think
Wait, it said uncurable?
Incurable, yeah.
Incurable?
So, like, AIDS isn't... Or once it gets to HIV or something. I don't remember which is first. But
I feel like
So,
not
like,
the
they can't...
asshole, because, like, you're just protecting yourself from having, like, a medical disease that you can't, like, ever get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's dig in. I've been dating a girl for about a month now and have gone out a couple times, and we're getting along really well. We had gone out to dinner one evening, had a great time, and went back to my house afterwards. Right before we were heading to the bedroom, as things were heating up, I was told about an incurable STD that she has. I was concerned immediately, but did not make her uncomfortable that evening. I ended up just going to sleep, but not without dodging multiple advances, but I continued to politely decline. The next morning, I was asked if I was okay and stressed my feeling off being uncomfortable putting myself at risk for a lifelong issue. I was told that I'm ignorant to the details of it. It's not a big deal, and ultimately, it was that is the problem in this situation. I always continue to be sensitive to what I'm sure is a difficult situation for her and politely said I am not comfortable continuing dating. Am I the asshole? Edit, it was HS2. I'm not the asshole. It's actually more common than you might realize. Not sure where you live, but in the US, it's estimated that 1 in 8 people has genital.
Damn.
Jesus. And as many as 90% are unaware that they have the virus. You might have already slept with someone who doesn't even know they have it. Regardless,
Community day, bro.
yeah, y'all are sleeping with community day. Not the asshole. I would have done the same thing. I know she said it's not a big deal, but the fact you could get something incurable would be a deal breaker. Yeah, better off moving on. That's what some people are saying. Asymptomatic HS is crazy common. Blood test swab. Sorry, this is intriguing.
Am I the asshole for liking to suck dick? Me, 25-year-old male, loves
Wait,
to
what?
suck crazy dick.
These are all buns. I don't want to see your Belgian waffle. Oh my god, I want. Oh my god. Hi, girlies. I have recently been struggling with my.
Okay.
Period.
Am I the asshole for not wanting a relationship with the girl I raised as my daughter?
What?
Okay. I, 42 male, have a daughter, now 18F. I tried my best, but it wasn't an easy relationship. I found out when she was 12, her long-term stepdad was actually her biological father. He lived with her and my ex for a few years. I also found out my daughter knew he was her biological father for a few years at this point too. Her, my ex, and the stepdad knew but never told me anything. So I challenged the courts and they stopped my maintenance. Because that happened, she didn't want a relationship with me. And then a couple later, her bio dad got parental responsibility of her and we parted ways. I haven't had contact with her for a few years later now, but she's had a relationship with her family members. Recently, my mom sadly died, and my dad invited her to the funeral. Despite not seeing her for a good 5 years or so, I hugged her and gave her a kiss. I exchanged pleasantries and thought that was it. I was also trying to be cordial. I received a really long message message from her on social media saying how much the meeting meant to her and she wanted to meet up again. That she missed me and regretted the way things went and wanted to reconnect. I'm ignoring this, but I feel so hurt. My dad disagrees. He thinks she's still like a granddaughter to him and should meet up. I ignored them so far. Am I the asshole for not wanting a relationship? I thought that was going to go a different way, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I feel like she was young, so I feel like he should be more mad at the parents and not her.
Yeah, like it's not really her fault that they kept it a secret for so long.
Yeah.
So
What are the comments?
I'd say no, but I also wouldn't hold it against her what she knew when she was 12. I'd also make sure there wasn't some misdirected anger towards her from the way your ex handled this. You might ultimately decide she's family in a way. And most people are just saying the same thing. Like, you're just not in the right headspace. Like, don't project.
Yeah. She was just a baby, bro.
just baby.
Mm-hmm. What was this one?
Oh my god.
Belgian
Okay,
waffle.
who wants to read this one?
What is it?
Am I the asshole for saying my boyfriend's dick is tiny in front of his family?
I want to read that. Okay. Recently, my boyfriend 47M and I 29F. Okay, well, we're starting strong. Went to a friend's wedding. Both of us were pretty drunk at the reception, as were most of our friends and family. At one point, my boyfriend and I were at separate tables talking to people, and one of his friends came over to ask me, saying I need to come get my man because he's acting like an idiot and saying stupid shit. I told him that's pretty par for the... Whoa, where did I go? For the course when he's drinking, and just to cut him off from having any more. His friend was laughing about this, so I didn't take it seriously. Not long after that, we end up migrating into a larger group, and I see my boyfriend. He stopped drinking, but he's still evidently hammered. They're on the topic of positions for whatever reason, and he's saying very loudly how much I love doggy physically making the motion overall making me super uncomfortable. I told him quietly to cut the shit and stop talking about that. Of course, he didn't. He stopped for maybe 10 minutes before getting back into talking about our sex life. This time to announce to all of our friends that I love anal. By this point, he was talking loudly enough that his family, including his parents and brothers, could hear us at the next table over. My boyfriend and I have done anal a few times, but I don't really care for it at all. It's just something I do for him. He might be gay. This time he shakes me by the shoulders and again, practically yelling, says, "You love it up the ass. You like the pain of it, don't you?" Naturally, I'm fucking mortified. I say the first thing that comes to mind, which is, it doesn't hurt when your dick is that fucking tiny. And I leave.
Period.
Admittedly, I was also drunk and may be missing out on some details, but afterward, my boyfriend was furious with me. He said I embarrassed him in front of friends and family. You told everyone that she loved getting anal. Yeah. And I was completely out of line. He said that it was obvious he was joking before, and my comment was deliberate and hurtful. I'll concede that I was trying to hurt him with that remark, and his dick is average size, so it wasn't even true. But I feel like this was justified given the circumstances. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. He shouldn't have, not talking in that place. You're 47, I'm 40, and my best friend is 47. And shit-faced to not once have our conversations turn to something like that, especially in front of other people, let alone family members. Why would you date a man-child? This is embarrassing. This man is almost 50.
Oh, talking about his sex positions at a wedding.
Gulp. Poor bride and groom. So you're dating a 47-year-old alcoholic teenager? Might be time to reevaluate that. This is the legit answer. It's time to drop the dead weight and move on with your life. The reason women his own age or close to it don't want him, do yourself a favor and stop letting him use you. Oh yeah. Oof. Evil.
Evil Knievel, bro.
Yeah.
Yo. That was insane. I would never talk about that at a wedding, hammered or not. Yo.
No, that is not something I'd want to talk about hammered. Well, guys, I think we read enough Reddit stories.
It's a nice seeing chat. And
make sure to smash that subscribe button.
Like.
And watch out, world. Here she comes. And be kind.
Yeah. Deuces. Huh.